Hey there, science fans! Today, we're diving into the exciting world of IP addresses. You know how every house has a unique address so people can find it? Well, every device connected to the internet needs an address too. IP stands for Internet Protocol, and it's like a special code that identifies devices on a network. Imagine the internet as a giant network of roads connecting different computers and devices. Just like you need an address to send a letter, data packets need an IP address to travel to the right destination on the internet. So, the next time you're surfing the web, remember the amazing power of IP addresses. Now that we know what IP addresses are, let's explore the different types. Think of it like this. There are public IP addresses and private ones, just like there are public streets and private driveways. Public IP addresses are like the main address of your home, visible to the entire internet. They are assigned by your internet service provider, ISP, and allow your device to communicate directly with other devices on the internet. On the other hand, private IP addresses are used within a local network like your home or office. Your router assigns private IP addresses to devices connected to it, allowing them to communicate with each other. Besides public and private, IP addresses can also be static or dynamic. Static IP addresses remain the same over time, like having a permanent phone number for your device. Static IPs are useful for websites, servers, or any device that needs a consistent and reliable connection. Dynamic IP addresses are temporary and change each time your device connects to the network. It's like your device getting a new phone number every time you make a call. Most ISPs assign dynamic IP addresses to residential users as they are easier to manage and more cost-effective. Just like our world has evolved, so has the way we address devices on the internet. We started with IPv4, the fourth version of the Internet Protocol, which has been around since the early days of the internet. IPv4 addresses looked like this, 192.168.1.1. However, as more and more devices came online, we started running out of unique IPv4 addresses. That's when IPv6, the sixth version of the Internet Protocol, came to the rescue. IPv6 addresses are much longer and more complex than IPv4 addresses. The good news is that IPv6 provides an almost limitless number of unique IP addresses, enough for every device on the planet and beyond. While IPv4 is still widely used, IPv6 is gradually being adopted worldwide, paving the way for a more connected future. Section 4. Behind the scenes, reserved IP addresses and their roles. Some IP addresses are reserved for specific purposes and play vital roles in the smooth functioning of the internet. One such reserved IP address is the loopback address, 127.0.0.1. It's like a mirror for your computer, allowing it to communicate with itself. Another important reserved IP address range is the private IP address space. This range includes addresses like 192.168.0.0 to 192.168.255.255 and 10.0.0.0.0 to 10.255.255.255. Reserved IP addresses also include multicast addresses, which allow a single source to send data to multiple destinations simultaneously. By reserving specific IP addresses for these critical functions, we ensure that the internet operates efficiently and reliably. Section 5. IP addresses versus MAC addresses, a tale of two addresses. While we've been focusing on IP addresses, there's another type of address you might come across, the MAC address. MAC stands for Media Access Control, and it's a unique identifier assigned to the network interface card or NIC of your device. Think of it this way, your IP address is like your home address, while your MAC address is like your fingerprint. IP addresses are used for routing data packets across the internet, while MAC addresses are used for communication within a local network. When your computer wants to send data to another device on the same network, it uses the MAC address to find the recipient. Similarly, IP addresses are used for routing data across the internet, while MAC addresses are used for direct communication within a local network. Both types of addresses are essential for network communication, but they serve different purposes. Section 6. The power of IP addresses in a connected world. In today's digital age, IP addresses have become ubiquitous, playing a critical role in our daily lives. From browsing the web to streaming our favorite shows, almost everything we do online relies on these unique identifiers. Understanding how IP addresses work gives us a glimpse into the inner workings of the internet and helps us appreciate the complexity of the digital world we live in. With the rise of the Internet of Things, or IoT, where everyday objects are connected to the internet, we can expect to see billions more devices coming online in the coming years. This explosion of connected devices makes it even more crucial to have a robust and scalable addressing system, which is where IPv6 comes in. Whether you're a tech enthusiast or simply curious about how the internet works, understanding IP addresses is essential. So the next time you're online, take a moment to appreciate the power of IP addresses and the vital role they play in our connected lives.